My name is Martin and I'm a digital cinema photographer student at Full Sail University, and today I'm going to be explaining the historic timeline of the romantic drama genre. It all started in 1921 when the movie Chic came out, and this was the very first silent romantic film that led up to the modern era of the romantic drama genre. Even though it was a silent film, you could still capture the sense of romance with subtle looks, body language, and with the help of intertitles. But in late 1927, another film came out called Sunrise, A Song of Two Humans. This one was a little bit different. Even though it still had romance in it, it had a lot more drama in it. Over time, film directors and cinema photographers were thinking of ways to capture hearts of millions while trying to entertain them, and it worked. These two films set a foundation for the romantic drama genre. Around mid-1930s, the Hays Code came into production, and directors like George Cukor and other cinema photographers had to be very creative to stay within the Hays Code so they can distribute their film to the public. It was the film Camille in 1937 that stood out from the rest in this decade. It was the very first talkie version of its kind. Also, the very first tearjerker and love tragedy story that was directed by George Cukor. Cukor went on making some more smash hits like The Philadelphia Story and My Fair Lady, which were both a romantic comedy and a dramatic musical, which has its own separate sub-genre. There have been other smash hit films in the 1940s. For example, in 1945, a fantastic film came out called To Have and Have Not. For them to make the film, they had to be very creative to stay within the Hays Code, since there was a lot of shooting, fighting, and smoking. So they had to be very careful on how to approach it. In 1955, Love is a Splendorous Thing came out and changed how we look and handle love, and also brings on the possible consequences. This film explores a very unique side of forbidden love. Then we have another great film that we are all familiar with called West Side Story. West Side Story came out in 1961, and this is one of the most remembered classics of all times because it has romance, drama, and you guessed it, musical numbers, which made it a little bit more entertaining while experiencing the full drama in it. Then in 1968, the Hays Code had to come to an end, and to replace it is what you might know today as Motion Picture Association of American Film Rating System, otherwise known as MPAA. MPAA gave us a new way to rate films from this point so the audience can choose which one is appropriate for them. Around 1973, The Last Tango in Paris, starring Marlon Brando and Maria Schneider in this wonderful dramatic film, which had a lot of controversy behind it, and it had to be rated NC-17, which stood for No Children Under 17, and there are a handful of movies that have that specific rating. Then in late 1980, Dirty Dancing came into play, and this really set the bar pretty high for romantic drama films in this era. Not long after Dirty Dancing became a huge success, another film came out in 1997 called Titanic. Titanic was directed by James Cameron, which later on directed Avatar, which had an equal amount of romance, drama, and action, and so forth. But the movie Titanic seriously set the bar really high for romantic drama films. Now you can finally see how romantic drama films got started, and you can see the process that film directors and other cinema photographers had to go through in order to make amazing romantic dramatic films that we know today. So thank you for watching this video.